Credibility. If a person has enough credibility, the individual will, under political obligation, act in a negative manner. Like, I wanted to say that if you believe a certain reality, a certain set of lies, if you believe, a certain reality, you know, a certain set of lies, there's gonna be people that are like that are gonna come at you, with very, similar pitches having to do with that type of reality, having to do with those set of lies, and I've noticed that in life, that as long as you start to become aware of, how would you say it, of your surroundings, that people, like, they'll stop acting, so ignorant, that as long as you improve your character, your personality, as long as you acknowledge, you know, lies, as long as you acquire information and become more intelligent, as a person, because I mean, in school they teach you all types of things and this and this and that, but they don't tell you the basics. They don't tell you the very very basic information, of life. And so once you become aware of it, of the information of, how would you say it, of the lies that have surrounded you your entire life. Like, for example, there's something that's about to come out. There's the electricity, that they have these electrical plants and they have all the wires hanging and this and this and that. When, I mean, there's a device that, magnetic energy that can be created. I mean, I think there's a, how would you say it, there's a device that can generate light enough for a household, the size of, I don't know, maybe about a feet, I don't know, like a foot high, and like, I don't know, like about that thick, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not, how would you say it? I'm not I'm not too aware of the technology, but what I do know is that it shouldn't take much. It shouldn't take much to generate light for a household, and so that's an aspect that's about to change the world, that is about to change, a city, with all its wires and its power plant and this and this and that. And I find it very, how would you say it, stupid, you know to have all that junk that is useless, when a magnetic generator can be invented. And I don't think I'm like intelligent, but I do know that a magnetic generator can be invented, and that they basically last for a long time. So once you have one of those, there's a lot of things that become useless, like the boiler, like a boiler. Them things used to be like big, enormous, and over time, you know, the water heaters, have become smaller and a lot smaller and a lot smaller and a lot smaller. And so it's like all that other stuff is useless. Them boilers are useless. Like, you don't need a boiler. People don't use them anymore. It becomes junk. And that's the same thing that I'm saying, that people will lie to you. If you believe something, they'll lie to you. If you believe that a boiler is something that you use instead of a smaller one, instead of a small, how would you say it, water heater, you know, I mean that the example is a little bit off, right? But what I'm trying to say is if you believe a certain set of lies, people will continue to lie to you. People will continue to try to deceive you according to that them set of lies. You know, like like beer, you know. They're selling to me, I acknowledge that beer is piss water. You know, it's piss. It's human urine. You know, if you let it sit for a day or two in the hot sun, it smells, and most likely it tastes like human urine. And that's what they're selling in the convenience stores. You know, that's what they're selling in the convenience stores. It's not something I believe, but that that will soon change. That will soon change. I believe that that aspect will soon change in my reality. Why? Because I don't believe it's beer. I don't believe it's a beverage, an alcoholic beverage that is invented to alcohol to how would you say it, to create a sensation in a person. I don't believe it. I believe that it's human urine, that people are getting intoxicated by it, and that there could easily be something else. I mean, there could easily be something else. Real alcoholic beverage is that get you tipsy. That get you tipsy, not intoxicated. Because I mean, if you're drinking human urine, that's what you got. That's what you call being intoxicated. You know, if you're drinking alcohol, you get tipsy. You don't get intoxicated. You get tipsy. You feel, how would you say it, lightheaded. You feel, I mean, it's a different sensation, I guess you could say. And that's what I wanted to say, that if you believe a certain set of lies, people will continue to try to deceive you and manipulate you according to them set of lies.